Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, November 4th, 2014, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, we got hammered on election day. I mean, we really took it on the chin today, and it kind of surprised me because it was a day when the overall market was pretty quiet. Dow was just basically drifting sideways. No fireworks to speak of, but we just seemed to have gotten into some specific trades that all went against us. We had, as you know, we had this nasty trade yesterday I talked about in EMES. Well, as is very typically the case, that didn't get better, and EMES hammered us for $8,000 loss within the first 15 minutes of the trading day. Now, anytime you lose $8,000 in the first 15 minutes, it's probably not going to be a good day. And added to our misery, we got three other stocks that did really bad. Tenet Healthcare, Parker Drilling, and Lanet Company. All bad trades, $2,000 to $3,000 losses there. And then to add insult to injury, we had two really good stocks coming in Ambarella and JRJC, that's China Finance Online. They were like $5,000 to $7,000 at one point early today, and they both just fizzled, and we ended up getting out about $2,500 a piece on that. And those had at least the opportunity to really offset some of those big losses, and they ended up not doing that. Okay, bottom line is we lost closed out trades over $12,000 today, and to make it even worse, we're carrying over $5,000 in negative open trade equity going into tomorrow. Just nothing was going right for us today. Anyway, let's take a look at the charts. Okay, we're looking at the Dow here, and you know, if we're trading the Dow, I mean, I think I don't know if we would have made money today, but we probably wouldn't have lost very much. You can see here, this was a 400-point run-up in 2 days, and then it's basically flattened out. And the Dow did actually make positive 17 points today, but you can see that this is pretty flat action up here. But at the same time, you know, it certainly doesn't look like a weak market to me. It did sell off a little at the beginning of the day, but the buying came in here after a little spike down here and brought it up into positive territory. So that chart does not look bearish to me at all. But unfortunately, you know, we just had some individual stocks that did bad things to us. I'll show you a couple of the disappointments. Even though these are not the negative stocks, these are stocks that I had high hopes for. This was Ambarella. We bought that 2 days ago. Actually, that was on Friday. And yesterday it really climbed up, looked beautiful even on the close there. We were up over $5,000 on that, and then just look at this, it comes down and basically cuts our profits in that stock by over a half. So that was really disappointing. I mean, you know, we needed that money today. If we ever needed it, we needed it today, and it didn't come through. And then this is the other one in JRJC, China Finance Online, did the same doggone thing to us. We bought this about halfway through the day yesterday, and look at this thing this morning. It just shot up. And I want to tell you, I looked at our equity screen after we had dumped EMES, And so we had dumped a trade that cost us $8,000, but our total, our open trade equity when JRJC was up here was positive over $9,000. So in other words, if I had a crystal ball and could have pulled the trigger right up here, we actually could have gotten out with a few $100 profit today, rather than all these, you know, rather than negative 12,000. Well, I mean, probably a negative $17,000 if you want to put everything together. So we went from being positive about $1,000 to being negative 17,000. That's a painful swing, and this was part of it. JRJC was up, you know, $6,000–7,000 right here on top. When we got out down here, we got out with about 2,500. So that really hurt. Anyway, bad day. That's about all I can say. You know, it happens to us traders. We have a bad days. We follow the system. Know the system will lead us out of the darkness, but it's rough on a day like today. That's the way it went. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday.